Now, in today's lesson, we will start with the new topic 3.3 Further Comparison of Data. In the previous two sections, the average of choice is the median because only the median and not the mean can be estimated from a cumulative frequency curve. As such, the spread of choice is the interquartile range, which is the measure of how the middle 50% of the data are spread around the median. We learned that the median is an appropriate measure of the average of the data if there are extreme values or outliers because the median is not affected by outliers. Consequently, the interquartile range is an appropriate measure of the spread of a distribution when there are outliers. So it means when we have outliers in our dataset values, then we will use the measures statistical measures like median and interquartile range. However, if a dataset does not contain outliers, the mean is an appropriate measure of the average of the data, and the range provides a good measure of how the data is spread out because they take into account all the values of the dataset. So we have learned that the mean of a set of data is x bar is equals to summation fx divided by summation f, where f is the frequency of each data value x. If f is equals to 1 for each data value x, then x bar is equals to summation x over n, where n is equals to summation f is the total frequency over the size of the dataset. We have already learned how to compare data using the median and the interquartile range in the previous section. So in this section, we will learn how to compare data involving other averages and the range of a dataset. So we will use the formula for the mean of a dataset, where f is a frequency of each data value x, and if f is equals to 1, then this formula become like this, where n is the total frequency. We will start with the new exercise 3C. So the number of data days in a month in which working adults from group A and group B cook dinner is shown below. So in the part 1, calculate the mean and range for group A and group B. Show your working clearly. So in the part 1, we have to find out the mean for group A so we will use the formula summation x over n, where summation x where x is the each data value and n is the total frequency. So first we have to see what is the total frequency. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 data values. So here we have 8, and now we sum the each data value for the that given for group A. So here we have 4 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 11 plus 12. Now after adding up, we get 64 over 8, and since we know that 8 8s are 64, so it will be equals to 8 days. So the mean for group A is equals to 8 days. Now in the part 2, now further we have to find out the range for group A. So we have to identify the largest value and the smallest value. So the largest value here is 12 and the smallest value is 4. So here we have 12 minus 4, and it will give us 6 days. So the range for group A is equals to 6 days. Now we have to find out the mean for group B. So in the same notes, we will use the formula summation x over n, where x is the data values and n is the total frequency. So here we will write down the data values, which are 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 14 plus 17 and plus 25, divided by total number of or size of the data set, where we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, so it will divide it by 8. Now after adding up the data values, we will get 63 divided by 8, and if we divide it with 8, then we will get approximately 7.875 days. So the mean for group B is equals to 7.875 days. Now we have to find out the range for group B. So range for group B can be found out by using the formula largest value minus smallest value. So for group B, the largest value is 25 and the smallest value is 0. So here we have 25 minus 0, and it will give us 25 days. So the range for group B is equals to 25 days. In the part 2, we have to provide two comparisons between the results of group A and group B. The mean for both groups are about the same. Indicating that on average the number of days working adults from both groups cook dinner are about the same. Now the range for group B is much greater than that for group A. Which indicates that there is a much greater spread. In the number of days. working adults from Group B cooked dinner. Now in the question 2, Shaha makes breakfast every morning. The time taken for her to make breakfast in a particular school week is shown in the table below. So in the part 1, calculate the mean and range of the time taken by Shaha to make breakfast during the school week. So now in the part 1, mean for the school week. So we can find out with using the formula summation x over n. So now we will write down here the data values. Those are 4 plus 13 plus 6 plus 11 plus 13 plus 21 plus 26. Now we will count the values, data values, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those are 7. Now after adding up, we will get 94 divided by 7, and after dividing we will get 13.4 minutes. So the mean for the school week is equals to 13.4 minutes. Now we will find out the range. So the range for the school week will be equals to smallest value, so largest value minus smallest value. So here we will identify the largest value, which is 26, and the smallest value is 4. So here we have 26 minus 4, and it will be equals to 22 minutes. So the range for the school week is equals to 22 minutes. Now in the part 2, the time Shah took to make breakfast in a week during the school holidays is shown in the table below. So we have to calculate mean and range of the time Shah took to make breakfast in the week during the school holidays. So now in the part 2, we have to find out the mean for the week during the school holidays. So here we have the formula summation x over n. Now we will write down the data values. So those are 22 plus 14 plus 7 plus 12 plus 27 plus 5 and plus 14, and divided it by 7, just because the total frequency is equals to 7. We will get 101 divided by 7, and it will approximately equals to 14.4 minutes. So the mean for the week during the school holidays is equals to 14.4 minutes. And now we have to find out the range for the week during the school holidays. So we'll find out the range by using the formula largest value minus smallest value. So here we have to identify the largest value, that is 27, and the smallest value is 5. So now we have 27 minus 5, and it will gives us 22 minutes. So the range for the week during the school holidays is equals to 22 minutes. In the part 3, provide two comparisons between the time taken by Shaha to make breakfast during the school week and in the week during the school holidays. So the mean time taken by Shaha to make breakfast in the week during the school holidays slightly glide slightly greater than in the school week indicating that on average Shaha took a longer time to make breakfast in the week during school holidays. The range of time taken by Shaha to make breakfast in the school week is same as that in the week during school holidays. Which indicates that the spread in time taken in both weeks. Are the same. Question 3. Two trains A and B are scheduled to arrive at a station at a certain time. The number of minutes that trains arrived after this scheduled time are recorded in the table below. In the part 1, for each train, calculate the mean and range of the data. So, to find out the mean for train A, we will use the formula summation f of x divided by summation f. So the total frequency for train A is equals to 40. Now we will multiply the each data value for train A with the corresponding frequencies. Now we have 2 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by 2 plus 4 multiplied by 5 plus 5 multiplied by 12 plus 6 multiplied by 10 plus 7 multiplied by 6 plus 8 multiplied by 1 and plus 9 multiplied by 1 divided by total frequency for train A, and that was 40. Now we have 3 to the 6, 2 3 the 6, 20, 60 plus 60 plus 42 plus 8 and plus 9, and after divided by 40, and after adding up we will get 211 divided by 40, and it will give us the value 5.275 minutes. So the mean time for train A is equals to 5.275 minutes. Now to find out the range for train A, we will use the formula largest value minus smallest value. So in the number of minutes, we will see the largest value, and that is 9, and the smallest value, that is 2. So we have 9 minus 2 is equals to 7 minutes. So range for train A is equals to 7 minutes. Now we have to find out the mean for train B, and it will be equals to summation fx divided by summation f. The sum of the frequencies, or the number of days for train B, are also equals to 40. Now we will multiply the each data value for train B with the corresponding frequency. So here we have 2 multiplied by 4 plus 3 multiplied by 3 plus 4 multiplied by 9 plus 5 multiplied by 9 plus 6 multiplied by 7 plus 7 multiplied by 5 plus 8 multiplied by 3 and plus 9 multiplied by 0 and divided it with 40. Now we have 4 2s are 8, 3 3s are 9, 36, 45, 42, 35, 24 and 0 and divided it with 40. And now we have rounding up all these terms, we will get 199 over 40, and it will give us 4.2
975 minutes. So the mean for train B is equals to 4.975 minutes. Now we have to find out the range. So the range for train B can be found out by using the formula maximum largest value minus the smallest value. So the largest value in the case of train B we have 8 and the smallest value again is 2. So 8 minus 2 will gives us 6 minutes. So the range for train B is equals to 6 minutes. In the part 2, which train consistently arrives after the scheduled time? Justify your answer. Train B, because the range for train B is lower, indicating that there is a smaller spread of time. Taken, which means it arrives late, more consistently. 3. Which train is more punctual on the whole? Justify your answer. Train B, because the mean time it takes to arrive after the scheduled time is less, indicating that on average it arrives closer to the scheduled time compared to train A.